What? Welcome, guys. We're gonna. See. Hello, Tamika. Hello. Hi, guys. We are. Let me see. All right, we're gonna. Welcome to everyone that is coming in. We are just going to have a good time. I am just doing the thing, advertising it everywhere. There we go. Hello, Julie. Welcome. It's so nice to see some of the old OLC regulars coming back. It's just so nice. It's so nice. I love it. Okay. There we go. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Yes, thank you, Julie. I was so excited to share that, and it kind of messed up. Oh, for some reason, it uploaded at midnight, and I realized it because I was up. Tamika, I understand. It's been a day. It's been a day. I told Lex, I was like, if you're having some good behavior, you can stay up through the stream. But Nellie and Liam were going down. Oh, thank you, Isaac. I still have a YouNow account, and I think we're gonna do a YouNow, depending on what time I get done with trick or treating. But we're gonna do a Halloween drinking stream. I think. We'll see. Hello, everyone. I'm just advertising it everywhere, so we can we can do the things. We can do the things. Um. There we go. Yeah, I know. A lot of people did. I didn't use it for a while. I don't know if Omegle, I never really did Omegle, but YouNow is still a thing, but I don't know. I like it because it's just kind of nostalgic because I used it for years and everything. And I do like it, and they gave me the chest back, they gave me my level back, and so it's there, but it's also just I don't know, it's just one of those things. Did you? How are you feeling after the flu shot, Stephanie? It depends, okay? It's still PG-13 plus, so if a question is too far, I will let you guys know. I will let you guys know. There we go. Post. There's that. It seems to really have gone downhill. I'm not lying. Like everything's changed over there, but it's still a fun. It's still kind of the same. A few things have changed, but it's still kind of the gist of it's the same. Hello, Chris. Current nails, current nails. They are starting to grow out a little bit, but I'm waiting to see if I'm going to be able to see my boyfriend anytime soon because I usually get my nails done like right before I go see him. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. All right. So we are going to I post on Instagram, post on okay. Let's post on YouTube. Yes, for those who are joining, for those who are joining from Instagram and TikTok, I am taken. I am in a relationship. I know it makes everyone so sad. I get messages like if I go like even just like 4 or 5 days without posting on Stephie Joe on like Instagram, and then I like come back, I get like swarmed with DMs asking if me and that guy are still together. I know who you're talking about. Oh my god, what was his name? What was his name? I know who you're talking about. He was real cool. I know. I feel that way as far as getting older with the internet. 100, 100%. Because it's just like even just learning to do short form content, like I feel like I'm in that I learned I came to social media when it was long form content, like longer YouTube videos, and then you just posted photos on Facebook and Instagram. Like that's what you did, and it was pretty simple. And now it's every platform's different. The demographic is different. What does well, what people want to see. Like it's so strange. Like for some reason, Instagram has more racists. I don't know why. Like I don't know why that's a thing. Like I don't know. Hello, Zero. So it definitely feels like so trying to keep up with it all is a lot. And that's why I honestly decided not to really pursue the You Now thing to a like a bigger point because I was like, this is already like I already have so many apps. I have Instagram, I have Facebook, I have TikTok, I have YouTube. Um, and then I also have X for this account. And so it's just like it's just a lot. It's just a lot. I have Snap too, but I don't really. I'll post things on Snap, but Snap is like more for like my personal friends, and that's the platform that me and my boyfriend talk on. Okay, because it's owned by Meta, really? Well, even Facebook, like Facebook, my Facebook page is like literally I have like 37 followers. It's so small, so small. But one of my posts about the reasons I date black men, like part two, for some reason it got some traction, and there's all these comments from these white dudes being so like, "You're ruining your race." I'm like, go away. It's hard. Getting a platform on YouTube now is very hard. Like it is not an easy thing at all. And it just is forever changing. What is that average day like when you're visiting your boyfriend? It's probably boring to most, but I like it because it's my chance to like relax. Usually I'll do a little work. I'll wake up later. I'll sleep in. He leaves for work at like 6. Like he wakes up at 6 and gets dressed and goes to work, and then he comes back to the hotel anywhere between like 5 to 8:30 p.m. Like I never know when he's coming home. And then I just do like I just either do work. I usually have a to-do list each day that I'm going to do. I always make sure to get us clean towels. I always make the bed nice. I make sure that like I'm like all cutesy and stuff. So um overall it's just like sometimes I'll be like, "Oh, I'm going to go shopping and get us some things." And other days I'm like, "Okay, this is a day I'm going to work on like my TikToks or film some videos and so forth." So it just kind of depends on how it's going, kind of thing. But it's kind of the same, but it's just nice. Like it's not we don't do anything super exciting or over the top. And when he has a day off, we just lay in bed and watch Netflix all day. um, um, Yes, I've been on YouTube I always say that social media has been my full-time job since 2018, because March of 2018 is when my channel started to just take off. It felt like it was overnight, but I was actually working on it for like a year or two before that happened. But when it did to take off, it was like that. Like it felt very, very fast. So when I go out of town, that is the time that their dad comes over and uses his days with them. So he doesn't do his visit days with them until I go out of town. And then we also have a respite provider, but she's not here all the time. Like she's not here. Like she left earlier. She won't be here until Monday. So and a lot of nights she leaves early. And so in that time, obviously when she's here and I'm here, I'm the one that takes over because I'm mom. But when I'm out of town, then their dad takes over because he is dad. So that's kind of how we make that work. I have a sports bra that has blacked on it. A fan bought it for me, and it was just a fun little thing. So, um, I know who you're talking about though. Like I know what was his name. I bet Lonnie would know his name. I should ask him because he ended up dating Mia. That she had like pink hair. I can't remember his name. I can't remember his name. All right. Let me see. Welcome everyone. Welcome, welcome. All right, I think we are good. I think we are good with this. Let's see. Thoughts on the joking, please be patient. My mom took Tylenol t-shirts and bumper stickers. Okay, so my thoughts on it, and I mean, it doesn't matter. People are gonna do what they're gonna do, but I only find humor if they're autistic. But if it's just random people trying to poke fun at autism, then I don't know. I think overall that people are doing that because they feel like it's ridiculous, which I do agree with that. But like I think that that's the idea. I don't think anyone is trying to be harmful in that. I don't there's lots of people who come across my channel that do like hate videos and things like that, and I don't care. We're on Reddit, we are on the gossip sites, and at this point I become immune to it. I will never go searching out those things, because what I've learned is almost all the time most of it, 60 to 75% of it is either exaggeration or lies or assumptions that aren't true. So it takes a little bit of what they see and turn it into something else. And there's just no use. And I've been debuted on hate channels again. Lonnie Jr. is doing good as far as I know. He is in Denver, living there with Belle. Any health updates for him going forward will be on Belle's channel, and it's the Belle Jolie. I love the peach one so much. Welcome, guys. We're just having a chit chat, juicy drinking stream. And tomorrow night, guys, I will be doing my first private live stream on Patreon. So you do have to be a part of the $25 tier, but if you guys want to be a part of the private live stream, you definitely can. Just make sure that you're signed up for the $25 tier on Patreon. So we will see how that goes. What's up, baby?
I love you.
I love you too. Mm-hmm. Please shut the door. Hey, please shut the door. Thank you.
Of course.
Thank you. I like it too. I wore it because I filmed Noah's update, and then I filmed part of a autism signs video that I've been working on for literally years. I forgot about it. I was like, oh yeah, I did a good job on that so far. Has your man farted in front of you? Yeah, I'm sure. I don't care. It doesn't bother me one way or the other. You know, I think I got this shirt from Shein. Like, I'm really thinking I got it from Shein. Same. Penelope actually reminds me a lot of myself too. Like the older she gets, I'm like, man, we were so much alike. Although she obviously stems more than I do. And I think I was able to talk more fluently than she is now, but also like if she wouldn't have had those staring episodes and that regression, then maybe she'd be at a different point. I don't know. I am drinking peach margarita. It is my favorite. It's so yummy. Yeah, she's just a stimmer, and that also part of her eyesight thing as well. So there's a lot, but she is just adorable and sassy all in the same time. He looked a lot like in here. What? Do you know what's offensive? For them to be racist on social media. I feel like that's more offensive than me saying white boys, because I'm not talking about the white men who are not racist. I'm talking, and that's why I was very specific. When I wrote that out, I wanted to be very specific because I do not think every white guy is racist or bothered by white girls dating black men. But I'm talking about the ones that are bothered by it. So, and if you are bothered by it, then you've been demoted to a boy and you are no longer a man. Thank you, Kaylee. Yes, stimming in blind individuals is very, very, very common. Mm. Awesome. I mean, not awesome that you have an autistic child, but awesome that you found me. Welcome, guys. Welcome, welcome. My day so far was pretty busy. Um, just had a lot going on. I went and got my lashes done. Like, look at that. Okay. I got my lashes done. I had to go see the chiropractor because like I slept wrong last night and I messed up like my right lower hip. It hurt so bad. So I saw the chiropractor and then I've just been doing work. I've been doing some editing and filming and just doing all the things. Any connection with vision issues and autism? No. But it's not uncommon to have comorbidity, I think is what it's called, where there's like multiple diagnoses with autism. But there's no correlation. Now, there might be a correlation with her chromosomal abnormalities and vision issues that is also linked to her autism, but autism by itself doesn't have to do with vision. Hello, Cyrus. Hello, guys. What do you post on Patreon? Mainly just photos. I'm supposed to be doing daily photos, but I'm not always the best at it because I just get so busy. But I do try posting at least like 3 or 4 a week. It's also a great place if you just want to chat with me. I chat with anyone that's like the $3 tier up. The $3 tier, you also get access to the Discord server. Although the Discord server, there isn't a lot of posting on there, hardly at all. So I may end up removing that as an option if it just seems like people aren't interested in it. But so the $3 tier gives you chatting in Discord. The $10 tier gives you access to the photos and things like that. And sometimes I'll put photos on there and I won't leave them for a long time. Like I might only leave them for like 12 hours or something just to keep it fun. But and then the $25 tier gives you all of that chatting, Discord photos, but you also get access to the weekly private live stream. So I was waiting until we had more $25 tier members because I was just like, obviously most of the people that sign up to my Patreon are men. And I was like, being in a private live stream with just 2 men would feel really weird to me. So I wanted to wait until we had a few more sign up, and we definitely have. So tomorrow night we are going to have a Patreon live stream. I don't even know. I might do Zoom or I might see if there's another program like linked into Patreon. But the whole point of it was just to get more behind the scenes access to things that I don't post on social media and just kind of build a community, honestly. Both times my daughter had her vision check this. Oh, that's interesting, Casey. I was nervous too. Like, I think it's something like it's normal to be nervous 100%. Yes, I am going to be doing Christmas content this year 100%. What I got my kids for Christmas is initially just going to be Liam and Penelope. And then a few days before Christmas, I will post Lexus and Noah's, but they both watch our channel. And I don't want to, like, I want Christmas to be a surprise, obviously. And then I'll do what are in my kids' stockings. So that's kind of where we'll go with it. And I'm going to be doing some other Christmas content as well, because starting in November, I'm going to be posting Monday, Wednesday, Friday on our landing crew, and hopefully one day a week on here. But that's not as guaranteed. That's not as guaranteed because I don't know. I don't want to just force content. I want it to be something that I'm like really interested in. But yeah, I'm definitely going to be doing Christmas content. And I have a couple of fun videos for both channels, but I'm going to wait until I see my boyfriend, whenever that is, because it gives me time to do a lot of recording and editing versus when I'm home. It's just, there's just a lot more going on and I have to juggle a lot more. So it's harder for me to do content like that. And that way everyone still gets content for when I'm out of town as well. I might even do like a vlog here or there while I'm seeing him. I won't show him though. Although I feel like if he was okay with being on vlog, that video would make so many views. But I respect the fact that he wants to be more private. Welcome guys. Welcome, welcome. Oh, thank you, Kaylee, so much. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. um, what do your parents think about you dating black men? So my mom does not care. Like my mom has dated interracially before. She was married to a Hispanic man. Um, it literally does not phase her in the slightest. My sisters don't care. My dad is dead, so his opinion it didn't hold weight when he was alive, and it definitely doesn't hold weight now. Um, would my dad have been supportive of it? No, but I cut contact with my dad for the most part when I was in my early 20s, and that's just kind of how it was. When I saw him in the ICU in January, that was the first time I had seen him in 17 years. So, would have my dad been supportive of it? No, but it wouldn't have mattered one way or the other. Like, had my dad not died, like, I was dating my boyfriend now that is black when my dad was still alive. So it was just one of those things at my grown age. I just don't care. And even when I was younger, I'm not one of those people that believe you should stay with family and you should like just put up with anything. And I'm not going to put up with that behavior. And I would never put my partner, and especially not my oldest daughter, around someone that had racist ideologies, no matter how pushed down that they are. So it's just how it is, how it is. How do your older kids feel about your relationship? They're both very happy for me. They're both very happy that I found someone. Like that's just kind of how it is. They're like D- D- Danielle will probably get to meet him before everyone else just because she lives in Texas. But overall, yeah, they're like they don't I don't think they feel one way or the other. They know that he treats me very well, and I think that that's all they really want. I don't think that they put a lot of thought into it. Yeah. Any questions or anything as far as LJ and Bell? I'm not going to be answering, guys. I'm not oblivious to other things that are going on because people tell me stuff all the time. Overall, any issues or family drama we have within our family will never be brought to social media on my side. What other people decide to do and say is on them. But on this side, we're just going to move it along. I am allowing all of my adult children to live their life in the way that they see fit. Yes, Danielle does have a boyfriend, and he's coming with her to Christmas this year. So I'm very excited about that. That's sad being so pressed about. Thank you, Evergreen. Thank you. And I know people don't have any harm in it. I think it's just like what's going on, and I get that. It's why I would have never brought it to social media myself. Overall, I love them both dearly, and I am giving them the space to have the independence and be the adults that they are wanting to be. So, that's sad being so pressed about some. Yeah, I agree. I agree. It's when like to me, it just doesn't matter, and it's just like I would never put my partner in the position. I would never bring my partner around anyone that I knew or even thought that they might have some issues with interracial dating. I wouldn't have them in my life, period. My dad had a hard time with me dating black men, but he loves his grandkids who are biracial now. My father loved my daughter, like absolutely loved her. But at the end of the day, you can love someone who is black and still be racist. My dad claims that he wasn't racist. He was in fact racist, and that's just point blank. I never said it so blatantly before because obviously he's still my father, and I still love him, and I do still love him. But these are just facts. My boyfriend lives in Texas, but he travels for work. So that's why sometimes you'll hear me be like, "Oh, in Oklahoma, I'm in Kansas." I'm because he works in the oil industry, so he's all around. Yes, he does have kids. And I don't know, like my dad knew that I preferred black guys, and it was we never had a conversation about it. Every now and then he would make some out of pocket comments, but not too out of pocket. He would just be like, "Yeah, Stephanie and her love for the black guys," or something. Like it would just be like that. So, and I never had like a full relationship like I do now with my boyfriend. Um, all the other black guys I dated, it was very casual or it was not even casual. And so I don't know how that would have went, but at the same time, like I'm referring to when we were in contact. Once I stopped seeing my father and I basically cut down to minimal contact, um, it wouldn't have mattered like what he thought, honestly. Welcome, guys. Welcome, welcome. We are just having a fun little stream. I haven't done one on here in a few weeks, so I figured it was a good time. I was gonna do it next Friday, but next Friday I literally am doing I have to edit the Halloween vlog I'm gonna do. I need to do a tarot reading on TikTok for the Celtic Brew, and then I also want to do a drinking stream. So I'm like, Stephanie, we don't have time for all this. We don't have time for all this. So we've got to figure it out. We have to figure it out. For our parents and grandparents, it's somewhat more understandable. Still wrong, of course, but they grew up taught horrible things. It's sad how common racism is among young people. So I will say this: my grandmother was born in the 1920s, and I grew up in a smaller town in Texas where racism was very much prevalent and interracial relationships really weren't accepted as much. Like you have to keep in mind, this was like in the early 2000s. Um, and I remember telling my grandmother that, like, hey, um, Danielle is actually like black, like her dad's black. And she goes, I don't care if that baby's purple, you just need to bring her over to me. So, like, yes, I agree with you, but like my mom has never been racist. My mom has never like she literally has told me so many times. She's like, I don't care what race he is. I don't even care what gender your partner is. All I care about is that they treat you well and you are happy and they treat your kids well as well. She's like, that's all I care about. And she genuinely means that 100%. How often do you see your boyfriend? It used to be about every 3 weeks, but I would only see him for about 5 or 6 days. And now it's about every 6 weeks, and I see him for 1 to 2 weeks. So it's a little bit different. I haven't seen him in 5 weeks. I don't know when I'm going to see him again. It just kind of depends on how things line up. And so we're just making that work. And honestly, we're used to it now. We've been together for a year and a half now, so it's not that difficult. Just wondering, will you ever get married again? I definitely would for the right person. Absolutely. Do you have your own holidays with your boyfriend? No, because we live so far apart, and he gets sent home usually. Like he's usually not working over the holidays. So he's in Houston and I'm in Colorado Springs, and so it just makes holidays just not possible. So we usually just spend holidays with our own families. Or again, we've only spent one holiday season. Like we've only been together for a year and a half. So last holiday season, that is what we did. And that's just kind of what worked. I don't know what the future holds, but for right now, it's just part of it. Long distance relationships definitely have its little kinks, and it does suck, like specifically like New Year's Eve and Christmas. Like you want to spend those with your partner kind of thing. And so it did kind of suck because I missed them, but at the same time, it's just how it goes. Love your channel. Thank you, Adriana, so much. Thank you. I agree, Manuel. Yeah. I don't like to me, it just, I don't understand racism. It doesn't compute in my head. And yeah. Thank you, Tamika. Thank you. No, my father did not care what God thinks. My father cared what other people thought. My father cared what he thought. It had nothing to do with God. We're just going to lay it out like it is. My father was racist because of his own issues within himself. We aren't going to blame this one on God. Yes, we will be moving to Texas in the near future. I know exactly when we are moving, but as I said before, you guys will find out probably a little bit more in advance than you did for the Florida to Colorado move, but it will not be a lot in advance because I don't want people's opinions. If like making the choice to relocate me and my kids it's stressful. There's a lot involved, a lot going on, and the last thing I need is random strangers online that usually tell me things that almost 9 times out of 10 I've already thought of. I've already like solved that issue, or I'm already aware of it, and there's already a solution. Yes, he did believe in God, but his racism had nothing to do with God. And we aren't even going there. Like 100%. Never once when he shared any racist ideologies that he had, did he ever make it about the Bible or God. It was always his own belief and his own thoughts of his own opinions. What were the kids for Halloween are going to be? Penelope's going to be Wednesday. Lex is going to be Iron Man, and then Liam was going to be Jason, but he's decided to be the It Clown. The It Clown. I am not religious, but I am spiritual. Look, I will put up with a lot of nonsense, but racism, that is my line. That is my line. Like that, like I am a very easygoing person. I can get along with almost anyone, but disrespect and racism and like I feel like those are the two, like discrimination or something, like those like those are the things that I don't know, like just boils my blood really fast. really fast. Thank you, Tamika. Yes, I'm very excited for them to do their do their Halloween costumes. No, Casey, no. We are moving on. And what also boils my blood more is when people use things and then try to like justify it biblically or through Christianity. Nah, that's not happening over here. Hello, guys. We're having just a drinking stream. Everyone grab their drink. Yep. When I was a little bit older, after I had Danielle, I tried to talk to my dad and I tried to understand where his racism came from. Genuinely. Like I love understanding people. And sometimes when I understand where people are coming from, I can give them some empathy and grace. But my father couldn't even tell me why he was racist. He made up some excuse of that's the area that he was raised in, but he was raised in Houston, the same area that my mother was raised in, and my mother doesn't have a racist bone in her body. So it just didn't compute. And so I think sometimes I don't know if it was his upbringing. I don't know what I will never know. I will never know because he tried to instill his racist ideologies in me and my sisters, and it didn't stick for us. Obviously, it didn't stick for me. And so, like, even at 6 or 7, it made no sense. Like, he tried to tell me that because I had in first grade, my first boyfriend was black. He was a cute little boy. I still have him on my Facebook and everything. But you know, my dad thought it was the cutest thing ever. Like is the cutest thing ever. The cutest thing ever. He thought it was until he found out that the boy was black. And then suddenly he set me down and ever so calmly explained to me that black and white people do not date. They don't go out. That black people date black people and white people date white people and Mexican people date Mexican people. And because Texas, like, and thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So yeah, and I remember it made no sense. Even at 7, it made no sense. I'm like, that doesn't make sense. Like, I'm like, I don't understand. Like, I didn't understand. I didn't understand then. I don't understand now. So, I am drinking peach margarita. Thank you, girl. Yeah, he was very stubborn. He was very stubborn. And he had a lot of good qualities about him. But some of his other difficult qualities made it harder to have a relationship with him, specifically when, I preferred to date black men and my oldest was in fact biracial. So for me, it was important for her not to believe from her grandfather that there was anything wrong with her being black because there isn't. Like she is beautiful inside and out. So thank you, Tamika. You're a real one. You're a real one. Thank you. Your girl's trying to come back to social media. It is slow, people. But guys, Timu is sponsoring on our landing crew video. I was like, I haven't had a sponsor. I have not had a sponsor, I think, since like 2019, 2020. I was like, I haven't had a sponsor in a long, long, long time. Casey's Casey's not a team player. Just kidding. I get a little bit money even if you skip it. Even if you skip it. Yeah. Um, thank you, Tamika. Thank you, thank you. Casey, it's fine. I was giving you a hard time. How do you handle all the hate over social media? I wouldn't be able to bear it. So this is like I've been doing this for 7 years, okay? And this is the worst thing to ever say, but you become used to people hating you. You become used to people making up a narrative about you. And that goes for people online and people in real life too. When someone's upset with you, we're all going to create our own narrative if we're not really understanding where the other person is coming from. So that's just kind of how it goes. And there are people who they I'll die on this hill that they are unhappy with their own lives. So they want to pick apart people online because they don't see us as real people and they think that the small videos or clips that they get to see is everything. And so that's just how it is. I'm just used to people saying what they're going to say, and I will be honest, the hate is a reason as to why I originally took a break in 2021, like why I was just like I have to step back because this is really messing with me. But I feel like from 2022 to 2024, everything that happened, everything that occurred also changed me on such a fundamental level that I realized that people online not liking me is not the end of the world, because their hate pays me the same as love. Like at the end of the day, I enjoy what I do. I love sharing. I love advocating. I love doing things that are going to help other families or entertaining people, or just I love content creation to its core. But people don't aren't going to love it all. And that is okay. People can think what they're going to think. I just block now. I don't even like and I know I don't even give people a chance to explain. Because what I've learned is when I give people a chance or be like, "Well, they probably had a bad day or maybe they didn't mean it like that." They they come back next time with another rude comment. You can offer constructive criticism, you can offer critique, you can offer opinions without it coming across as completely shaming. Yeah, you become desensitized. You really do. Like, you really honestly do. It is not for the faint of heart. It is not. If you get caught up on the gossip sites and Reddit, it will. I will tell you a story. In March of 2018, our channel blew up, right? I think it was May or June. May or June. My friend, I had a friend at the time, and we're still friends, but back this day, we were best friends. And it was not Ashley from Florida. It was Ashley from Florida. It was someone else. And she texted me and she's like, Stephanie, I was so impressed because I saw that your name was on the gossip sites, blah, 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 blah. But they really weren't bashing you that bad. Guys, I never expected to grow like that. And so, of course, I went to the gossip sites to see what people were saying. If you think people are ugly in comments where they know that there's a strong possibility that you are going to read, when they don't think that you are going to read and they're just like bashing you just to bash you, they are ugly. They are like, I'm like, you need to get laid. You need to go watch some Netflix. You need to go find a life, because never in a million years would I think to do this, to just sit in front of a computer or my phone and just bash strangers online that I don't know. Like, this is absolutely crazy. Like, but it messed me up for about 3 weeks. Like, I can admit that it really messed me up. And after that, I said, I will never go back to another gossip site or anything. I will never do it. And what I've learned is if they say something ugly, I just block them. I don't try to defend myself because if someone is going to be that ugly to you, there's nothing that you can say to change that idea in their head. People honestly wait for someone not to like me online close to me to give them the chance to build that person up and push me down. Like that's just how it works. That's how it works for everyone. I'm not special. I'm not special. This is just um this is just how social media works. Like this is just how it goes. It is a part of the job. It's a hard part of the job, but part of the job. Has your kids ever met your boyfriend yet? No, because we live in two different states and he hasn't. How we met was he was traveling for work in Colorado, and that's how we met. And since then, he hasn't got a Colorado assignment. So realistically, unless he gets a Colorado assignment before we move to Texas, he probably won't meet my kids until we move to Texas. Exactly. And I learned that. Like I spent so long, I was like, they're just misunderstanding me. Why would they think this about me? And then I realized that some people are just so miserable with their own lives that it doesn't matter what you say. Like I think I realized that when LJ was very very sick, and there were comments saying that I was happy that he was sick because I was trying to put on a front because I didn't want my real emotions to show, and also I was numb as f emotionally. Like I cried and stuff, but I didn't feel it. Like I didn't feel it like you would think that you would in fact feel it. So I was just like, I'm just trying to update and not just every minute. Like I couldn't let into the dark feelings that I was feeling, and I would have definitely not did it on camera. But I remember having those thoughts of like, if someone is going to openly say that, or openly say that I'm happy that my son is literally dying, and the only way he will live is by someone else's organ, someone else die and give them their organs. I was like, no, no, I'm done. I was like, these people are in fact just evil in their heart 100%. 100%. Because I remember watching one mom that and some of you guys may know who I'm talking about, and this was before LJ, it was before all that. But her son had got SIDS on Christmas Day, and they did CPR. They life flighted him, I think, and he was on life support. And she was giving updates and posting things while she was in the hospital. And I remember thinking in my head, I never told anyone, I never commented because I never knew what it was like to be on that side. And I remember thinking, if my son was like that, like I would not be posting on social media. WTF. Turns out, sometimes that's what you do. I just found out about the whole B and W. Me too. Me too, son. Me too. It's pretty disgusting to humans. Yeah. That's why people have asked me if my boyfriend and I would ever do BNWO content. And for those who don't know what it is, because most people over here are also OLC people and you don't know, but it's the Black New World Order, and the idea that Black people are superior and basically going to take over the world. From what I understand, I might be misunderstanding it. I don't know. But from my understanding, that's what it is. And I'm just like, I don't think any race should be superior kind of thing. I think we should all be equal because we're all humans. But they had asked if me and my boyfriend would ever do that type of content. And I'm like, he would never do that. He would never do that. Like, he would never do that. Because he doesn't believe that. He's not racist. Like he's not like that's not how he feels, you know? No, I tell people all the time, social media isn't real. It's for entertainment. It's it's not real. Like it it's an edited version of our life, even vlogs. Like it's not I'm busy a lot. So basically just being a mom. I like watching TV. I like doing Lego sometimes. I like that. But overall, I work so much that I enjoy a lot of the work I do. So like I'm a tarot reader, I have an Etsy store. I love all of these things so much. So I feel like they are my hobbies that pay me. They are my hobbies that pay me. I enjoy content creation. Now, sometimes it is a job. Sometimes I'm like, "Ooh, I would rather not work today, actually." But overall, I really do enjoy it. I make content for the Celtics Brew now. So I try. I have been reposting some content, but I'm making new content for the Celtics Brew 100%. I just don't post it on YouTube over here because I tried it and it doesn't work very well. Like it's just not the platform for it. So I just post on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook for it, which is fine because TikTok I have almost 800,000 followers, Facebook has over 200,000, and then Instagram has over 70,000. So I feel like those are three good platforms to post information on it and so forth. But like for example, this month has been so good that I'm going to be able to do a restocking inventory on the store, which I'm very excited about as well. Oh, I love that, Casey. It's hard to know what is real and what is not. And like I try, like I'm not being fake online, but at the same time, like even when I'm doing a vlog, like it's just the highlighted reels. It's not the behind the scenes. It's not every emotion I'm feeling. Like there is a lot that I do keep from, because what I've learned is like I can share something and not have to share everything. Before I always felt obligated that if I started to share something, I had to share everything. And I've learned I don't have to. Like the Texas thing. Yes, I'm moving to Texas. Absolutely I am. Do I have to share the ins and outs and the date? No. I can share that when I'm ready to share that. The name of my Etsy store is the Celtics Brew. The link is in the description. And there's a 20% off sale through the end of the month. So crystals, incense, tarot decks. I'm trying to get that store back in the algorithm. Yes, I'm trying to get back into making fresh content for the Celtics Brew, where I post on TikTok twice a day. I'm a little bit Irish. I'm mainly Scottish, German, and English. Those are my three things. Health, absolutely. Like that's the thing about my relationship. Yes, I'll share things. Yes, I'll share things. I'm not keeping him private, or I'm not keeping him a secret, but I'm not going to share every ins and outs of our relationship about him, all of those things, because it's not specifically like I'll share more on my side. Like, but on as him for him, I know that he prefers to be a private man, and I respect that about him. Like I respect that he does not have to be on my content. Absolutely. He respects the fact that I'm in social media. It is my job, but that doesn't mean that I have to show him. So I think there's a level, and it's so true. Like I saw someone say that when people boast and boast and boast about their partner all the time on social media, like those long paragraphs of, "Oh, we've been through everything." I used to do that with Lonnie all the time. And usually those couples are the most unhealthiest. And it's true. Healthy couples don't have to tell everyone how amazing that their partner is. My boyfriend is absolutely amazing, but I don't have to tell people that because I know that in my core, 100%. 100%. So, Celtic, Scandinavian, and English. So, my dad's half German, half English. My mom's half Scottish, half English. So that's kinda how it it ended up being. No, it's true. Like, I remember with Lonnie, like, I would do those long paragraphs about it's just how I made like, and it's just, I don't feel the need to do that. The most I'll do is, like, cute little, like, TikToks of photos that I've taken here and there and things like that. What is Lonnie Jr.'s girlfriend's channel? I would like to subscribe. It is the Belle Jolie. Let me see if I can type it into the chat for you so you can follow her. Let me see if it'll let me. It's okay, Erica. I'm going on the Celtics Brew next. No, it won't let me. I thought it was going to let me at her channel. Oh, I bet the Halloween carnival was so much fun, though. Oh, that's so cute. I love that. I love that. Yeah, it is definitely a fun season, 100%. Mm, um, I'm trying to think of what my next video on this channel is gonna be because I need one for Saturday. Let's see. Um, I was watching Love After Lockup, but I will be honest, with me coming back to social media, it's gonna be me working, working, working for like 6 months to get everything back to where it was. And even then it may not be there. But that's kind of where things are at is, it's just part of it. It's one of the reasons that kept me from coming back is because once you've taken such a big break from social media, it takes a lot to get back in the algorithm. And yes, I could start a new channel and possibly get things going that way, but I do not have an interest of scrapping a channel that has 300,000 subscribers at all. At all. So I'm kind of at a point where I've accepted that my views may never be where they were, and that's okay because I'm kind of reprogramming the channel. A lot has changed as far as like the social media game and content creation. So yeah. Do black men hit it better? What the fuck? I can only speak off of my experience. And that's not gonna be the experience of an entire race, so that's why I don't speak on it. Oh, I love that. Literally. Yes, people are gonna make fake pages, guys. Please just know it is not me. It is not me. All right. We'll have fun with that. I love that. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. I guess I could. So it's okay. So the videos I could do for Wednesday: red flags I missed in dating, which I don't know. That one seems like I'll have to. Green flags I thought were red flags. No, I don't. I don't, girl. If I message you, I would be like, "Hey, what's your phone number so I can text you?" So should I do red flags I missed in dating or green flags I thought were red flags in dating? Because it's an easy video. Like I have to kind of think about it, but red flags I missed in dating. Okay. It's basically all going to be the pilot and the Florida guy. The green flags I thought were red flags. I'll do okay, hang on. I'll do a little poll on the thing and see which ones people want. Have you ever dated a Mexican? I have not, but I've had some like I had one proposition me at the gas station in Houston. Houston is where guys, Houston is where I get hit on the most. Like Houston and Dallas. Houston and Dallas. There are some thirsty motherfuckers out there. Like they are thirsty. And what's crazy is like I usually don't even look that good. I usually don't even look that good. Like my hair's not done. I have makeup on. Okay, we're gonna do a poll. Red flags I missed in dating. Thank you. But no, I really didn't look that good. He was trying to buy all my Diet Pepsis too. I couldn't find any Diet Pepsi. So I went to this gas station and they had them. And I was like, okay. I was staying with Melissa and I was like, okay, I'm going to get 4 of them. 4 of them. And this guy was like, no disrespect. Can I buy your Diet Pepsis? And I'm like, me and my boyfriend weren't like officially exclusive at that time, but I could tell things were heading that way. And I was supposed to go to his house that night. So I was like, I'm not letting some random dude buy me Diet Pepsis. I'm not letting so I was like, no, I'm good. I'm good. And then he tried stopping me right before I got in my car and was like holding up his phone to try to get my phone number. I was like, oh. No, the gas station in Houston specifically. Houston specifically. They're absolutely crazy. I have been hit on by gas station employees, by random people coming up to, and I had Penelope with me. I'm gonna try to live stream on it. We'll see. Green flags. Hang on. Let's see. Oh, that's interesting, Osiris. Rich race hits on you the most. I think you guys already know. I get hit on like 90% by black guys. Like, it's always been that way since I was a teenager. Oh, I'm sorry, Parker. Yeah, we are gonna do trick or treating, but I'm also gonna be doing other stuff. I'm also gonna be doing, editing the Halloween vlog to go up that next day. I'm also gonna be doing a TikTok Terra live stream. It's just what people say. I don't know. I don't give into it. I'm telling you, like it's just a thing. Like, and I've always had them. Like, even when I'm skinny, I still got the hips. Like, I can't help it. I can't help it. All right, guys, I'm going to be on here for a few more minutes, and then I'm doing tarot readings on TikTok. Feel free to come hang out, guys. Get you guys some tarot readings. Your girl's trying to make it happen. But I will say, like, I feel the most normal and the most like myself that I have since Lonnie and I split up. Like, I'm not the same person. I always say that, but like I finally feel like I'm getting in that mode. Like, coming back to social media always kind of scared me. Always kind of scared me. I'm like, I don't know about this, but now I'm like, no, it's okay. My favorite tarot card is definitely the High Priestess. It's the one that's over my desk because it's all about intuition and abilities. So I love that. Also, the Sun, because it's about happiness, joy, and it represents Leo. So absolutely. Like, I feel like, and it doesn't mean that there aren't things going on in my life that I'm like, this sucks, or I wish that this was different. But overall, I feel like I'm finally coming back to who I was. Like, I can't, and I don't really talk about this a lot because it's really hard to talk about. But 2024, like the first half of 2024, I hardly worked. I don't know, like I just couldn't get myself together. Like, and it was really hard, and it took me like the second half of 2024, I was kind of doing damage control. And then when 2025 came, I was starting to get my footing, but then I would like lose. It was just a thing. And I feel like finally I'm like itching towards like things kind of falling in place. Um, I've actually had I've had quite a big account creators connect with me. I've even this is so embarrassing, but I've actually had OF people, like guys, want to make content with me. Like, literally want to make content, like famous OF people. Famous OF people. I look, and I'm polite and I'm nice, but sometimes it just reaches a level that I'm like, not like I have a man. I have a man. He's yeah, like it's just not gonna happen. So I try to decline them, but then they keep pressing, and then I think for some specifically there were two OF models or like creators who are like big time, specifically in the interracial snow bunny queen of spades space, and I think they're just used to white women falling all over them. And so they kept pressing, and then their idea, when I was like, look, I'm not interested, that's not really my gig. I have a man that will probably crash out if he read this, and then they'll just start sending me pictures of their junk. Like, that's gonna sway me. Like, I've never seen a BBC before in my life or something. So, and so, yeah, I end up at that point, I ended up blocking him. But I was like, I could have started my whole career just now. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Look, I make enough money on social media if I apply myself. I don't like. I flirted with OF for a few weeks. Like I was just like, maybe this could make some money, but it just I don't. It's just not my gig. Um. Well, I actually learned what a queen of spades was because my boyfriend found my TikTok. He found my TikTok, which is a little embarrassing, not for the content I post, but I posted some really sweet videos of him, and he's not supposed to know that. Like, he's not supposed to know that I'm head over heels for him. So that was a little embarrassing, but whatever. And but it was the video where I'm wearing like a white shirt that's like Queen of Spades, and I'm like, once you go black, you never go back. Like, I was just being funny because I thought a Queen of Spades was a snow bunny. I thought a Queen of Spades was a snow bunny. I thought it was a white girl that likes to date black guys. And my boyfriend, bless his heart, he's out here doing the Lord's work. He calls me up and he knows I'm working. So it's like, he usually doesn't call me if he knows I'm like working late or something. And I was like, oh, he's calling me. Let me see. And he's like, so I was on the internet and I came across your account. He's like, you actually have some good content. He's like, I didn't know that you like talked about stuff like that, blah, blah, blah. And he's like complimenting me. He's like complimenting me. And then he's like, but there's one video that you are very misinformed about. And it was the Queen of Spades one. And I learned that the Queen of Spades is not a white girl that dates black guys. It's a white girl that's ran through by black guys. So I recorded a TikTok. It's going up, I think, on Sunday to announce to everyone I am, in fact, not a Queen of Spades. I do not want to be ran through by any man, no matter their race. So, yeah, a Queen of Spades is someone who's in the lifestyle, someone who has a fetish. It is like a fetish, like a sexual fetish for black men. Why did you post a video drinking and risky about Lonnie's relapse diagnosis? Because it was really hard for me. And that's all we're going to say about that. It is big, apparently. It is big. And I can't tell you how many people reach out to me who are like OF managers. Literally this week. Let me find the DM. Let me find the DM. And they're like, you would make so much money in this space. And I'm like, first off, my man's not doing that content with me. Like, let's be for real. Yeah. Um, they said, hey, is this the best place for business inquiries? Yes. Or I gave them my email address. They said, perfect. I see you have an active Patreon. Have you thought about being an OF model? You wouldn't even count as I would if I was like doing that stuff. Like if I was interested in the lifestyle and just doing the thing, but I'm in a committed relation, like let thing. I don't know. I do post him every now and then. Like I'll post little clips of like half of his face. I don't know that I'll ever fully post him online. And um that's to protect him. It's either pretty ass white girl or fat ass white girl, but it's basically like a lift up to white girls. And I said, when he was like, oh, have you thought about being an OF model? I said, oh, no, I'm not interested in that. He said, just out of curiosity, what's the benefit of using Patreon instead? And honestly, I'm like, it's not known for being prominently an SW site and they take less. I'm just not interested in having an OF because the reputation that it has with it. Um, and he just went on and on and on. He's like, if you change your mind, let me know. I don't want to put, I am protecting him. I am 100% protecting him. And he doesn't want to be in the social media space. I honestly would be reluctant to date someone who wanted to be in social media with me. Like, guys, I've seen it so many times. And I'm like, it's just, if we ever get engaged or married, maybe then I will post him. I had an OF for like a little bit. It just, there's nothing, I never really like followed through with it fully, like a girl should. What? I divorced Lonnie because he was not able to love me and treat me like I deserved. It has nothing to do with autism, nothing to do with social media. If anything, social media kept me married to him for longer because I knew I've seen it. I've seen social media families divorce online and it's always messy and I was just like, "Oh, I don't want that." I never really wanted to be a single mom to 6 kids, 4 of them being autistic. Like that was never an aspiration for me. So yeah, I mean, it did, and how he treated me was fueled from his mental disorders. Can we ask any questions? Sure, Chris, sure. Absolutely. Like I'm like I just someone who is just it's why when I was dating people, I created a Snapchat on the dating apps because I was like, I don't want to give them my our landing crew. And I didn't have Stephie Joe back then. So I was like, I don't want to give them our landing crew stuff. Like, I don't want them to have access to my family channel, my social media. I don't want them to see how big I am. And I don't want them to have access to my children either. And because when I date, I always date off of a partner first. And then my kids are obviously a part of me, but it's like like it's not immediate kind of thing. Um, Yes, people have their own assumptions on why I left Lonnie. Lonnie and I are on the same page. We are on the same page. We divorced because of how he treated me, because he was incapable of being the husband that I needed, because he made some choices that were very bad and they were things that I couldn't get past. And these choices and how he treated me is linked to his mental illnesses, essentially. And 3 years later, we stick to that same story. So everyone else can make assumptions and can be like, oh, no, no. Lonnie and I were not compatible in combination to how he treated me. He wasn't a good husband. And that's just facts. Like that's just how it was. And in addition to us not being compatible. Um In your experience, has the stereotype of black men being into thick girls true? Yes, but I have ran into black men that sometimes prefer white girls that will prefer like skinny white girls. So that happens too. Um, we did not go through therapy together. We never went through therapy together. This is why I don't go on the gossip sites, guys. This is why and for anyone because I know that they watch my lives trying to get juicy information. If you're on Reddit or the gossip sites, Lonnie and I never went through therapy together. We never had the same therapist. I got a therapist in August of 2022. She's still my therapist to this day. Lonnie, a few months later, and he will tell you this of his own accord, he got a therapist to work on his own mental diagnoses of personality disorders, narcissism, histrionic, antisocial, all of those things. And he did it in the guise, and he will say this to this day, he only did it because he thought it was going to get me to stay with him. We had different therapists. At one point, I had one session, I think one, maybe two, with his therapist to get out of his own words if he ever thought that Lonnie would be able to love me and be the husband and partner that I needed organically, naturally, authentically. And his therapist told me no, that it will be something that he has to reprogram. He will always have to, it will always be a program. It will never be genuine. That doesn't mean he can't work on himself. That doesn't mean he can't be a better father, a better person, or possibly a better partner to someone else. That is the most togetherness we had. And Lonnie wasn't a part of that session. Lonnie has never been a part of any of my therapy sessions ever. And I've never been a part of any of his therapy sessions. This therapy, me talking to his therapist was through Lonnie's approval, and it was private with his therapist. Yeah, no, we've never been in couples therapy ever, 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 ever. There was a time right after when Lonnie Jr. was getting very sick that I and Big Lonnie moved back into the house, basically because I needed help. LJ, when he was home from the hospital, he needed around the clock care. He was getting breathing treatments every 4 hours. We had 3 other special needs kids. We had other kids in the house. There was a lot going on. And it just made the most sense at that point in time, essentially. And there was a point, it didn't last more than a few weeks, where I considered that it would be easier if we just stayed together. But then I realized through reactions and how he made some choices when we found out that Lonnie needed a lung transplant, that kind of made me realize that he just didn't have the tools in his toolbox to love me and to be the partner and support person I needed. And that is when I was like, regardless of what happens with LJ, we're over, kind of thing. But we understood that. We had those conversations. Big Lonnie was aware. And that's why I refiled divorce in October, a few months after Lonnie's lung transplant was done, because obviously when LJ was very, very sick and we didn't know if he was going to make it, me getting a divorce from his father was the furthest thing from my mind. I just wanted my son to live. And so we waited until LJ had his lung transplant. We waited a few months. I refiled all the papers in October. And then I told Lonnie that he had until January to find his own place. And he was told this in July. So he was given plenty of time. So thank you, Manuel. So yeah, and that's why I want to do the video of why I left, like why I got divorced after 18 years, because there are so many assumptions and just rumor, just flat out lies about what happened between Lonnie and I. Like there was a rumor at one point that I left him because of a live stream, and that is not the truth. Like that's not what happened. That's not what happened. Is Lonnie a good dad? Being a good dad and a good spouse, a different skill set. I always described Lonnie, and I'll always be honest, he's not a bad dad. Is he going to win any Dad of the Year awards? Probably not. But we do co-parent well, and that's it. Would Lonnie agree with what you said here? Absolutely. Absolutely. Like, and I say this because we recently had this conversation. We recently had this conversation that we both stayed married for too long, and he wishes that that I don't know if wishes is the right word, but if he would have got help sooner, then the outcome of our marriage could have been different, but he didn't, and he accepts that kind of thing. So yes, he would absolutely agree with everything. Any of your kiddos' friends ever watch your channels? No. I mean, maybe Danielle and LJ's friends, but that's it. Why did you move all of their rooms after Lonnie got sick? Because we moved Lonnie upstairs because we were worried that him being in the basement was bad. It was bad. It was bad. Trying to get him upstairs is a lot harder than trying to get him downstairs in the event of an emergency. And when he was upstairs, he was literally just down the hall from us, versus when he was in the basement, he was 2 stories down. This allowed, and it was the right move. This allowed us to be able to care for him and know when things were in a crisis setting. Yeah, Lonnie is already admitted to everything. Like they're like I literally have a video saved. I don't have it on my channel anymore, but it's literally and he watches my content still. Our landing crew, Stephie Joe, all of those things. And I don't care. I'm not going to say anything that is untrue. He's already told me. He's like, I don't care if you talk about it. He's like, you became a social media influencer when we were married. Just because we are not together anymore doesn't mean that that is going to change. I am not saying I'm a better parent than Lonnie. I did not say that. Like, let's be clear. That's how rumors start. That's how rumors start. Yes. He definitely is. We co-parent better than we were ever partners to each other. And there's a lot that goes into that. But overall, when we take away Lonnie's mental issues that he's admitted to, how I was treated, all of those things, we still we co-parent well enough. I'm gonna do a You Now stream on not on Thanksgiving, Halloween. Lonnie will come over for Thanksgiving. Once I move to Texas, Lonnie and I will be alternating Thanksgiving and Christmas. He will get the kids for 6 weeks during summer, and then he'll get them for spring break, but I'll get them for Easter and Halloween and their birthdays. Exactly. So basically when people say that they're going to be with a black guy, the white men thing is, oh, you're just going to be a single mom. It's just a way to try to bring someone down that prefers black men. Lex was not in the base. Parker, where are you getting your information? It's like, what's going on? Lex was not in the basement after Lonnie. Noah was. Noah and Danielle was in the basement. Okay. Noah moved out in April of last year to a house that Lonnie was staying in for a few months. And then right when Danielle was moving out to move to Texas, Noah moved back in. So no, I was referring to Casey's comment. So you're a way better parent, not yours. He is a better dad than he was a partner, and those are just facts. I was like, wait, what's going on? Look, I'm here to clear up any rumors. So if you guys have heard things and you're just like, is this true? Ask now. Ask now. The kids are not homeschooled. It's not a lot of moving. We've lived in this house for over 3 years now. They've been in the same school for over 3 years now. By the time we move, it will be 4. So it is not. Who the fudge is this? I don't mind. Like, I don't mind if people are like, oh, I heard this. Like, can you clear it up? Specifically with the Lonnie stuff, because I know I was very vague when we split up because I was working through trauma. I was embarrassed. Like, that was not any guys. When I say in June, I never thought I was going to be a single mom. July, I was like, I need to leave him. Like, it literally was like, it was so. And I was trying to navigate it on a personal level for my children while also trying to navigate social media as well. You guys would have heard if he would have never disclosed what his mental diagnoses were, I would have given you guys a really blanket, nice, pretty bow on top statement. Like 100%. The plans for Noah is to live with Lonnie. That's always been the plans, and that will continue to be the plans. How often are you on live? On this channel, I'm only live maybe once or twice a month but but usually Friday nights specifically. I try to go live on Stephie Joe 725 on TikTok, usually every night if I can try. Is that true that you homeschooled Noah and Lex because of bullies? Noah, yes. Noah, he was bullied, and that was a factor into it, but not the whole thing. It was also because he just wasn't like, they weren't able to offer the supports, and he had switched teachers at that time, and she just wasn't accommodating to Noah in a good way. Lex was never homeschooled. I don't know where that's coming from. Lex was never homeschooled. Lex went to public school in kindergarten, first grade, second, third, fourth. So Lex was never homeschooled. I know it'll be Houston, KM, not Austin, but Austin's real close. So, why not Liam and Nellie? Liam, Nellie, and Lex were never were never homeschooled. I'm like, where is this coming from? Noah, Danielle, and LJ were homeschooled. Danielle and LJ went back to public school when they were in high school, and Noah continued to be homeschooled until he transitioned to the ABA center, where he stayed until he graduated from ABA. And then we were deciding if public school was the right route for him. Last year, we decided it was. We put him back in public school. So all the kids are in public school now. The 3 youngest kids have stayed in public school. They've been in public school this entire time. Kindergarten through whatever grade they're at right this time. Lex, I think you're referring to when he, this is so funny. This became a Reddit YouTube. That's why I'm going to show you the title too. Lex, at some point, he tripped and fell and got hurt on the playground. And he got a black eye from that, and that really scared us to understand what was going on, because he wasn't being supervised like he should have been. He was in kindergarten, I believe, but he was not homeschooled. It was in a public school playground. It was on recess. Thank you. How did the kids do with Lonnie moving out? Just fine. It isn't like, because at the point that I'm like, there was a while where Lonnie was coming over like 4.5 hours a day to claim Noah's CNA hours, but Noah's 18 now, so he doesn't get, this isn't CNA hours every time. And that's why they've stayed here and he comes in. It's easier for them to have new people come in the house than for them to switch houses, if that makes sense. Did you and your boyfriend have spicy time? We are adults. I think that we can all answer that question without me explicitly saying it. And that's what I'm saying. The lies online are crazy. Like, there was a lie about that I was saying, and I'm just going to clear this up because your girls had a little bit of margarita, that I've paid for all of LJ and Belle's bills, and they've never supported themselves in any way, shape, or fashion. And that is not true. That is absolutely not true. I've never paid for their rent. Have I paid for some things? Yes, absolutely, 100%. But I have never fully supported them. And what I've said has been taken out of context. And the only reason it was even shared online was to explain why the GoFundMe existed. Because the GoFundMe started when they were living in their own house with their own rent and their own bills, and I couldn't pay that. So there has been a lot of lies that have caused a lot of drama for no reason. For literally no reason. The black hat and the black super bra or a sports bra was something that a fan bought for me. Literally, it is just people making up stuff. And what's crazy to me is I understood people making up stuff when I was posting Monday through Friday, but your girl has not posted consistently for more than 30 days at a time since 2020. So when people take these small things here and there and these Instagram posts and then like it's like you're literally making no sense. Literally making no sense. CNA is a nurse's aide. So in the state of Colorado, if you have a disabled child or children, you can be what is called their personal nurse aide and get basically paid to be a parent. That's what it is. But how the state of Colorado looks at it, we can either pay the parent, which is going to keep them out of welfare, which is going to keep them out of being able to qualify for state assistance, or we can pay a CNA that would be in the nursing homes or the hospitals to go in. So it makes more sense to just be like, hey, if you're a parent, you can go to this 4-week class. We will assess your child every year to see what daily living skills that are age appropriate that they need help with, and then pay accordingly. So that is how it is looked at. Liam is he's in an inclusive classroom, but he is taken out about 60% of the time for a moderate special needs classroom. I know. And it's fine, guys. I'm not giving into the stuff. Like, I'm going to be honest. I have not always reacted the best. I have not made the best choices. I've not always had the best reactions. Sometimes when our social media life like intervenes with our personal life and there's already things going on that we're having to manage as normal family, we are a normal family. We are a normal family. It makes things harder. So that is why I am choosing to shut my mouth now, because I realize that a lot of things that I've been said has been taken out of context and has hurt people close to me, and I'm done doing that. It was definitely hard, Zero. It was definitely hard and feeling like you don't and I'll be honest, like I feel like and this is no shade to Lonnie, but I feel like my boyfriend supports me now as a parent more than Lonnie did when we were married. Now, Lonnie, I feel like supports me now more as a co-parent than he did as a husband. So, I mean, it's a catch-22. People just make up stuff. I think people just are bored. They're unhappy with their own lives and they want to create this crazy, crazy narrative. And I'm just going to say this once, and we are not going to talk about this anymore. For the most part, Belle and I have gotten along. I absolutely love her. Her and I are actually a lot alike, 100%. But that doesn't mean that we are above issues. I didn't raise her. We didn't grow we are different people. And I will always care about her, obviously. And so at the end of the day, people are going to say what they say, but I'm not spreading family drama. I'm not sharing things that shouldn't be shared, because at the end of the day, she's engaged to my son and I care about her as a person. And that's kind of where things are going to lie. Like people can say what they want. Almost everything I've read is like 80% not true. Exaggerations, lies, or assumptions. Like that's literally what it falls into. It is such a weird hobby. Yep, absolutely. Like it has been a lot of lies, and that's why I'm stepping back, guys. I'm stepping back, like 100%. At the end of the day, Danielle's 21, LJ's almost 20. They get to live their adult lives however my focus right now is my younger kids. That's where my focus is. That doesn't mean it doesn't hurt. That doesn't mean I don't care. It means that I'm focusing where it needs to be focused. And Lonnie Jr. is okay. Obviously, people tell me stuff all the time, all the time. I wish they wouldn't, but they do. And so overall, he is doing well. If he wasn't doing well, Belle would update and let you guys know. So any health updates going forward is going to be on Belle's channel. 100%. They can't tell the truth online, Parker, because they don't know the truth. They don't know us. They don't know us. Like they literally just take things here or there. And then people forget the part about us just being a normal family. Thank you, Earns. Thank you. Is getting no one on disability easier because you've assessed other programs for a minute? We are still waiting for the disability, so I'll let you know. I'll let you know. Um, Thank you, Osiris. Yeah, I don't care about other people. Like, I don't care about other people. The strangers online. I do wish that if people in my life, if they heard something, if they thought something, I do wish that they would come to me and be like, is this true? Is this happening? But yeah, it's it. Parker, I think you should not worry about someone else's life that you don't have to live. If I'm just being honest. Like, I don't think, like, behind the scenes and things like that, like, our landing crew is about sharing parts of our family, raising autism awareness for disabilities, and now organ donation as well. But overall, I think we should probably not worry as much about other people's lives and just focus on our own. I did enjoy my time with I haven't seen him in 5 weeks. Oh, look, he texts me. I know, it has been too long. I miss him so much. Yeah, I do, KM, I do. I do. And honestly, I am empathetic. That does not mean that I don't have emotions or I don't feel certain ways about some things, but I've also realized the biggest mistake um that I've made is when social media collides with my personal life. There are some times that I've prioritized social media and how people view me, and what if people think this, what if people think I've been guilty of this so often, even recently. And overall, at the end of the day, like, it doesn't matter about me explaining my side or doing XYZ. Like, it doesn't matter when it's involving people that you love and care about at all. Like, that's just the 100%. There's no way to protect me from hate, Parker. It's just part of the gig. I just Okay, I don't need to know that. Those are the things I don't need to know. If you want if you've heard something that you want me to clarify, feel free to ask, but I don't need to know what other people have done to do XYZ. I don't care. I don't care. People have not walked in my shoes. People don't know what I've been through, mainly because, again, I've hardly posted for the last 4 years, 4.5 years. So people have no idea what I've been through, what I've gone through. And so it is okay. If they want to take this and I don't care. Go at it. Go at it. Oh, thank you, Tequila. Yes. The black pill. I'm Googling that. I don't even know what that is. That just sounds weird. See, that's the things we don't need to tell him. Those are the things he don't need to know. When he told me he found my TikTok, he knows I talk about interracial dating. He didn't know that I actually talked about it. He thought I just made little cute things with audios, and I didn't care about him knowing that. But when he told me that, I was like, I literally made an entire TikTok about the things that he's done that has blown my mind. And I was like, or I made a cute little TikTok with sound and pictures of us from our Kansas trip. And I'm like, okay, sir. Okay, sir. Leah, the best thing I can suggest is to allow yourself to heal. Like, I didn't even consider dating again for a year after our divorce, and I was in therapy every week. Obviously, during this mode, there was LJ stuff and everything going on, but overall, like, but even in the midst of that, like, I was still working through stuff with, with Lonnie and I, because in my head, I was like, it's easier if I stay with him, especially once he moved back in this house. I'm like we had to combine our finances again. Like it was a mess. And so I was like, it's easier if I stay with him. But my therapist was like, easier is not better. Like easier is not better kind of thing. And so I think it's important to take that time to find you and find what you want. And then once you do start dating, if you do, I think like understand that the first person, even if you like feel like, oh, this is it, they're probably not it, and you're going to learn lessons and you're going to learn what you want from a relationship and what you don't. As much as that whole period with the crazy pilot um, was horrible and all those things, I learned a lot from it. And it honestly made me appreciate my boyfriend so much more. That's just part of relationships. That's part of love. That is part of the risk. Guess what? My boyfriend and I may not stay together forever, and I will probably cry myself a freaking river if that happens. But that's part of it. Like and I was afraid of that. Like I was afraid of really like letting myself go and really trusting him and really just like taking that leap of faith with him. But not taking that leap of faith can be hurtful because he didn't do anything to deserve for me to mistrust him. I'm just mistrusting him because other people has caused that issue. Absolutely, Shiraz, absolutely. That's what they do. They like at this point, people are just, and it is completely okay. I've seen it where people are like, Stephanie shares too much. She overshares. I am literally autistic. Like you're either going to accept that or you're not. Like it's literally like people are like, oh, she's just making up her diagnosis, but then being like, oh, but she pronounces things wrong. She over explains. She overshares. She just. Blah, blah, blah. Yes, I'm fucking autistic.
Hi.
Hey,
Are
baby.
you doing a stream?
I am.
Okay, so just want to let you know that this will be out eventually.
Let me see.
There's about probably 10 in there.
No, there is more than 10.
Okay. Like
1, 2,
20.
3, 4. There's like 20.
Like
But yes,
20
we
is
we
low.
will fix it this week.
Okay.
Okay.
I know it was only supposed to last me until anyways.
Are those TikToks still on? Yes. The only TikTok I deleted was the one where I was wearing the Queen of Spades shirt and saying that once you go black, you never go back. And my boyfriend did not ask me to delete it. I was surprised. I thought he was going to, but I was just like, I don't want people thinking that I want to be ran through by a bunch of black guys. Like that's not the image. I just didn't know. I didn't know. I thought Queen of Spades was like a snow bunny. I thought it was just a white girl that likes to date black guys. I did not know it was a lifestyle. I didn't know it was a fetish, like anything like that. I was ignorant to it. And so I deleted it. Thank you, Zero. I will keep my eyes open for you. I hate him at this, but I have issues trusting people. Same, Parker, same. No, I know, Zero. I know. Was your divorce a pretty messy one? It was. There were periods where it was really messy, and there were periods where it wasn't. Once, like when people are like, "Why did you agree to pay him so much alimony?" So it would stop being messy. I felt like until we had that finality of us being divorced, it was just going to continue to be messy. And I felt like we needed that. I felt like we needed that to be able to move on. And so overall, um, that's where it's at. It's like I was just like it was messy at points. Um, I never shared it on social media because there was no reason to. But it was there were points where it was hard for both of us. For both of us. Like when you've been with someone for so long and then you realize that they are moving on, even if you know that they're not the person for you. That's I mean, like I shared 2 decades of my life. I spent my entire up until that point, I had spent my entire adult life with him in some way, shape, or form. And so to let them go, even though you know that they can't treat you how you deserve, even though you know you aren't compatible, is hard, especially when you have kids involved. And so at some point, it was just better for us to let go. Lonnie and I hardly ever have any issues now. Um, like hardly any issues. Like we had um an issue that isn't even worth bringing up, like, isn't even worth bringing up, but we had an issue in May of 2024 that was resolved within hours, and then we had an issue, in, like, this year, but it was also resolved very quickly as well. So any issues we have, are resolved very, very fast. And it's just that's just how it goes because I feel like we both have respect for each other. We both want each other to prosper and be successful. So, like when people are like, "Oh, does he support you moving to Texas?" Absolutely. He supports it 100% because he knows that that is where I'm going to be the most successful. Absolutely. And I won't bash him. At the end of the day, it wasn't all horrible. And I think that's why I deleted the videos that I posted right when we were splitting up of why we split up. I want to tell a story from the very beginning. I want to tell a story that everyone understands and understands that it wasn't all horrible. Like Lonnie and I are friends on some capacity. some capacity. Some capacity. We are friends. Like I care about him as a person, as the father of my children, as someone I spent a long time with. And I think that's the difference is I think that Lonnie and I are just better friends. Partners, like there are times that I mean even now we went to the courthouse the other day because we're doing things and he just he just annoys me, okay? I mean, bless his heart. It is a me issue. And I looked at because his girlfriend had came to the courthouse with us, and I was like, okay, you can have him back now. You can have him back now. But overall, I enjoy talking to him. We talk about the kids. Like we make those co-parenting choices and both of our partners respect each other's position. I like his girlfriend. Like her and I are on a friend level as well. Have you ever had a crush on a friend's boyfriend or hubby? Not at all. Never. That is a line I would never cross. Ever. Absolutely. And overall, like that's the thing is like when people ask why you split up, when you decide to leave someone that you haven't been happy with for so long, there isn't one reason. It's a whole cluster of reasons. And the easiest thing that I can say now is he didn't treat me how I deserved and we weren't compatible. Those are the two things. Like we were in marriage counseling, guys, 11 months into our marriage. We sure were. So we split up multiple times. The first 5 years, we were literally off and on. Like I was trying to leave him all the time. All the time. And then there was a point where we were split up for like 2 years, like physically. So it's just one of those things. Um, are you aware that some of your videos are being used in accounts promoting BNWO? No, I'm not aware of that, but I can't control what people use my content for. If people want to misunderstand it as something else, I can't control that. Have you ever thought about what it'd like be get married again? Absolutely. I'm a wife at heart, okay? I'm a wife at heart. I'm a wife at heart. When my best friend broke up with his girlfriend, he asked me to unfollow her from social media, and I did it immediately. I don't play absolutely, it's just one of those things. I will tell you that, and I'm not mentioning names because this will be easily interpreted, but I had a friend, a best friend that I am no longer friends with, and her baby daddy tries to text me all the time. And I keep it very wants me to go and hang out with him and blah blah blah. I was like, no, I don't care if you guys are not talking. I don't care if me and her aren't talking. Like that's not going to happen, sir. Actually, that's not going to happen. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I can't tell too much. Mm. I'm like, no, I'm not going to Florida to hang out with you, sir. But the problem is that when we were best friends, we were all friends. And so he may not, there may not be any ill intentions there, but it makes me feel a little skeevy inside, especially with the fact that me and her don't even talk anymore. And we haven't talked in years. I'm not doing that. Stop, stop, stop. So basically, I told him, I hope he doesn't watch this stream. But I was explaining to him because he doesn't understand social media because he's old. And I said, yeah, that's how I get paid from YouTube on videos and live streams. He goes, nice. Those ads are annoying as F. I said, yeah, but I have fans that watch them just because they know I get paid from it. He goes, oh, nice. I didn't know that. He's like, do you need me to do it too? I'm like, no, you don't need to go. Okay. So story time. We hadn't even met yet. We haven't even met yet. And I didn't even think anything was going to come out of this. I was just like, he lives in Houston. I don't know. I don't know how this is going to go. And I forget what we brought up or something, but he's like, I just find your story. I said something about him just wanting to F me, I think. That was the thing. And he's like, nah, he's like, I actually find your story very interesting. I was like, what do you know about my story? I forgot. That weeks before that, he had asked me why I had lighting in my room because he thought, something spicy was going on. And I was like, no, I have a YouTube channel. And again, I never thought I was going to meet this man. So he's like, oh, what's your channel? And I sent it to him. And I forgot that I sent it to him. And he's like, yeah, I've been watching your story. I was like, you need to, thank you, Zero. You actually need to stop watching that. I was like, you can't watch my content anymore. Actually, you can't. And that's he never brought it up again. He's like, no, I think it's really interesting. And that's why I like I know. That's why I like that he doesn't want to be on social media. There were many times that I felt Lonnie liked the clout from our landing crew. He would tell, we would just be shopping in the stores. And sorry, Lonnie, if you're watching this, but we would be shopping in the stores and he would tell random strangers, yeah, my wife had this channel. This is her channel. She has so many followers, blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, I'm just trying to be a regular person shopping with my kids right now. And so I've never felt that feeling from him. He's never none of his friends know about my channel. It's very it is just my job and he respects that. So I am going to change the title though to Reddit drama, because then I know all the drama people are going to watch it and it's going to get more views. So absolutely, he 100% respects me, and that's why he doesn't come, like, he hasn't ever searched me up. He knows what my usernames are. Like, he could easily find me if he wanted to, but he understands that it is my job. So, all right, guys, I'm going to get off of here. Change the title first, and then I'm going to go on the Celtics Brew. Get that Trump thing. Yes, yes. I'm going to go on the Celtics Brew to do some reading streams, some stream readings. And yeah, I love you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. I might go live later on TikTok. We'll see how the Celtics Brew does. TikTok. So I'm gonna go on TikTok, the Celtics Brew, Erica, because you are the number one OG at this point. And then I will go on Stephie Joe 725. So love you guys. If you want tomorrow night, I'm doing the private Patreon stream. So if you guys want to follow, do that. It's the $25 tier. Love you guys.